In this video, I'm going to be showing you some of the coolest and craziest things that you can do all from within inside of a Linux terminal. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Let's go ahead and get started with the video. All right, this is going to be a very fun and very cool episode for me to do today on the channel. We have so many different tools that we're going to cover in this video. So I've done this in previous videos, but you can actually run curl on rate.sx, and that will pull up all of the 10 most popular cryptocurrencies. And you can see that it gives you that information in a chart. We have the top 10 most popular cryptocurrencies, starting with Bitcoin and going all the way down to Doge for number 10. And we have the rank, the coin, the price. We have the change in the last hour, the last 24 hours, the market capitalization, all of that good stuff. And it looks absolutely amazing on the screen. You can actually take this one step further, and I can rerun that command. I'll use a / and then I'll just type BTC for Bitcoin. And then what I get back is actually a graph strictly pertaining to Bitcoin. It's absolutely amazing, and it looks incredible in the terminal. I mean, this is terminal ASCII art at its finest right here. Another one that you can run with the curl command that I also like a lot is running the curl command on wtt r.in. And this gives you the weather. Let me make that a little bit smaller. This gives you the weather. And since I'm using a VPN, it is actually giving me the weather for where my VPN is currently located, which is in Miami, Florida. And we can run that command with a / followed by moon. And you get back the current phase of the moon. For goodness sake, in the terminal, it doesn't get much better than this. It actually does get a lot better than this, but you know what I'm saying. Absolutely amazing. You can run the curl command on ASCII.live / Rick, and you're going to get back the very well known Rick roll in ASCII terminal format. If you are a hacker or you watch hacking tutorials, then undoubtedly you at some point have heard of a Rick roll. So this is actually a form of a Rick roll in grayscale terminal ASCII format. So if I run telnet on tal.blinkenlights.nl, it starts up the movie. We get this prologue of sorts, and you literally are able to watch Star Wars in the terminal in ASCII format. Incredibly cool. I'm going to actually let that run for a minute so that we can get to some of the cooler scenes, because we're essentially just seeing text scrolling by on the screen right now. So we'll come back to that in a moment. I'm going to open up another tab. I'm going to show you another one that you can do with Telnet that, in my opinion, is even cooler than being able to watch Star Wars. This one, you can pull up interactive world maps in the terminal. Absolutely amazing. We can do that by running Telnet on Mapsci. That's MAPSCII.me. Now this is absolutely amazing. Watch this. Look at this. So we actually have a world map, and you can interact with this with the mouse. So you see, as I hover the mouse over different parts, you do get the response in the lower left. You get the coordinates, but it gets even better. I can zoom in. I can zoom in, and I can move around this map. So we can go over to the United States, for example, and I'm going to begin to zoom in on the United States, and you start to see the lines appearing for the individual states. And now we're starting to see cities like Cleveland, and this is actually where I am at right here. So watch how this just gets more and more detailed. Absolutely incredible. And now we are back over inside of our Star Wars movie. You can see we're actually seeing characters showing up on the screen. And the final command that I'm going to show you that you can use with Telnet, this is another very, very interesting one. You can actually watch or even play the Doom video game. That is Doom inside of the terminal. All right, next up, we're going to be using a command line tool called MPV. If I do a what is on MPV, we get back that it is a media player. So one of the cool things that you can do with MPV, you can play music. I showed you guys how to do that in a separate video. Very simple, but even better than that, you can actually play videos in the terminal in ASCII format. Do this, I'm going to be running MPV with -VO TCT, and then I'm gonna run this on a particular video. This is one of my most recent videos that I uploaded to YouTube, so I'm just going to provide it with the path to that video. And what you're going to see is one of my most recent videos in ASCII format in the terminal. Absolutely incredible, super cool. I love it. Who doesn't want to watch their videos inside of the terminal in ASCII format? You can actually live stream the BBC World News. I'm only going to play this for a couple seconds because I don't want to violate any YouTube guidelines, but when I hit enter,
I'm in Starfish and Coffee, an independent cafe in Brighton on the UK's south coast.
I am literally able to stream the BBC World News straight from the terminal. I'm going to do it one more time just for a few seconds.
To create content.
Yeah, I've seen people moving furniture around. I think that was a
super, super cool. You can listen to the BBC for hours and you can do it straight from the terminal. Now, there is this very cool tool that is called Glow. Glow is a snap package. So if I run snap info on Glow, we get back some information. Glow is a terminal-based Markdown reader. It is designed from the ground up to bring out the beauty and power of the CLI, and you can use it to discover Markdown files. This will brighten up your terminal when it comes to reading documentation from the command line. To install it, it's very simple. You just run the command snap install Glow. And once you have it installed, you can pull up the help options by running Glow with --help. Now, what's really cool about this is you can just run Glow by itself, or you can add on like a -t, and it will go through your entire system and it will index every single README file or Markdown file. Now you can also provide the path to a particular Markdown file as well. So I can run Glow and provide it with a path to a README file. I'm going to provide it with the path to a README file for a bash script that I wrote. It is called fake installer, and when I hit enter, see it pulls up the README for that. And just look at how good this looks. Very nice. Very, very nice. Next up, QR codes. So there are a couple different command line tools that you can use to create QR codes in the terminal. I have, I think, 3 different ones that are installed on my system. If I just type QR and then hit tab, you can see that I have QR. This is a script to create QR codes. I have QR code -terminal, and then I also have QR encode. Of the 3, the one that I like the best is simply QR. And if I run QR with --help, we'll pull up the help options for that. That is what it looks like. You can use --ASCII and it will print the QR code in ASCII format. That's one of the reasons why I love it. So let me give you an example of how you would use this. I am going to display on the screen a QR code that, if scanned, would take you to my YouTube channel. And I'm going to do that by running the echo command. And inside of double quotation marks is the URL. Then I'm piping that into QR with a dash dash ASCII. And what we get back is literally an ASCII QR code. And this works. You could scan this. This will take you to my YouTube channel where you would obviously then subscribe to my channel. Now, if I rerun that without the dash dash ASCII, that is what you get back. It looks just slightly different. You actually have the white background, so this could be better for you depending on what you're trying to accomplish. I've been doing a lot of things with shells on the channel lately, like the fish shell, installing shells and showing you how you can configure your various shells. You can cat out the contents of etsy/shells and it will show you all your valid login shells on your system. I absolutely love using the fish shell. That's the shell that I am currently using. But a shell that you do not see on this list is PowerShell, traditionally a shell that you associate with Windows, right? Well, you can use PowerShell on Linux. I plan on doing a whole separate video on this, but it doesn't show up in that list because it's a snap package. But if I run snap info on PowerShell, we'll get back some information on this. And PowerShell is an automation and configuration management platform. It consists of a cross-platform. See, most people don't realize that PowerShell is cross-platform. Most people only think about it in terms of Windows. But PowerShell is, in its own right, a very powerful shell, and it works very differently than any traditional Unix-based shell does. Now, to start it up, it's very simple. I can just run PowerShell, or you can run pwsh, and it drops you into an instance of PowerShell. I've done a lot of configurations to my prompt using oh my posh and etc and so forth, custom fonts, so that's why it looks the way it looks. But we are literally using PowerShell now, so I can type out get and then hit tab, and you're going to see all of these various commandlets that we have access to. So we can just keep it simple. Like I can get the date in a way that you probably know about from using Windows and running commands on a Windows system. I mean, how different is this? I can run all these different commands like get history. It'll pull up all of, well, there's only one command that I've run thus far, but you get the point, right? I can run get process, and this is kind of similar to running the PS command, right? So one of the like really interesting things that you can do, you can run this command called test connection, and it essentially allows you to ping multiple hosts at once, which you cannot traditionally do with the ping command on Linux. So this is like a neat way of basically leveraging the uh, PowerShell commandlet test connection to be able to ping multiple hosts at once. Very, very interesting. So we could spend all day running various commandlets just that start with get. If I run get host, you see it pulls up some information on the host, but it's awesome because it does it just as if you were on a Windows system running PowerShell. It's very different. It is definitely different. If I do a what is on Bashtop, we get back that it is a resource monitor that shows usage and stats. This is a very cool one. You can run this command and it fills up the whole entire screen. I'm actually going to make the size of the font small so that we can get everything on the screen here. I'm just going to run Bashtop and it runs through a checklist, and then we get all of this information on the screen, and it looks absolutely beautiful. This is amazing. This is one of those tools where you just run that one tool, you let it fill up the whole screen, and this can function as a legitimate tool to give you back information pertaining to your system. But as you can see, it's also just absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. Very, very nice. I absolutely love Bashtop. It is beautiful. The colorization, and you can actually go through the processes similar to how you would on HTOP. So if I hit enter, it pulls up some additional information on that specific process. If I hit H, it will pull up the help options, and there are a ton of different things that you can do to configure this, but I'm not going to get into that. Now, I have saved perhaps the best and coolest tool for the very end. This is absolutely incredible. What I am about to show you, I'm going to say hands down is the coolest one of all of them. That's why I've saved it for the end. This is none other than Hollywood. If I do a what is on Hollywood, this is used to fill your console with Hollywood melodrama. This is used to fill your console with Hollywood melodrama techno babble. I'm going to make the size of the font very small because this is about to get crazy. This is about to be insane. This is the one-stop shop. If you wanted one tool above all others that made your terminal do amazing things and made you look like the hacker you want to be but probably will never be, this is the one. To install it, it's very simple. Just run the command sudo apt install Hollywood. And to start it up, the only thing you need to do is type Hollywood. And this is about to get crazy. Watch this. So what is actually happening in the background, it is actually leveraging various legitimate tools. There are a lot. I'm going to make it even smaller because the smaller that you make it, the more tools, the more windows that it's able to open up on your screen. Yeah, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So I just showed you guys numerous tools that you can run off from inside the terminal. Most of them have legitimate purposes, and part of the goal in this is really just to have fun, but it's also to show you that there is nothing you can't do inside of the terminal. I hope that you guys got something out of this. If you guys have anything to add, tools that you think I should have mentioned that I missed or forgot to talk about, by all means, let me know in the comments. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, drop a positive comment. It really helps the algorithm.
Agents on my tail, but I move like Nemo. Dodging every bullet, cold bend like zero. Unplugged from the system, no strings on my soul. I'm free from the matrix, taking back control. Agents on my tail, but I move like Nemo. Dodging every bullet, cold bend like zero. Unplugged from the system, no strings on my soul. I'm free from the matrix, taking back control.